Welcome back. It's halftime of the Huskers' opening game of this 2020 season, a season unlike any other in college football history. And as we're going to do each and every week during our halftimes during this fall, is chat with University of Nebraska President Ted Carter. Great to have him with us here today. And President Carter, let's just begin by talking about getting this season underway, the importance of football coming back. It's a credit to, and I've told you this before, to you and Chancellor Green and Athletic Director Bill Moose and head football coach Scott Frost. You guys really pushed hard to get this done. What does football and football being back mean to the university and to our state?
Well, it's certainly fascinating, and congratulations to our entire leadership team, the Husker Athletic Department, our football team led by Scott Frost, to have this moment come to us today. I mean, this is the longest period we've had to wait for football in, gosh, just about 100 years. And here we are. We're enjoying the game that really is the marquee game in the Big Ten between the two institutions that push the hardest to get football back on the gridiron. So how appropriate that the Huskers are taking on the Buckeyes of The Ohio State today. It's really a great day, a day to celebrate. And I congratulate all Nebraskans for their support and the love of their team.
Now, I know you at the forefront of all this was player safety and making sure this was done and done in a safe manner. Are you pleased with that? And talk about the partnership between Husker Athletics and the great experts that you have up at UNMC.
Yeah, I mean, there's people out there that are critics of, even having college football in the middle of a global pandemic. But I can tell you, having personally been involved in watching, not just what the coaches, the staff, and the players have gone through, and what our professionals at UNMC working within the Big Ten have advocated for, the testing protocols are quite intense. And I have every confidence that the way we are doing, the way we're handling it with our players, that their safety is at the very top of the list. And we've had great success with the testing that we've done with our players. So from my seat, this has been done exceptionally well.
Again, visiting with University of Nebraska President Ted Carter here at halftime of the Huskers opening game against Ohio State. Let's go to academics. You were past midterms already for this semester. How has the in-person learning been going at your various campuses?
Yeah, think about where we were in May when we first announced that we would be holding classes in person. It was us and Purdue that were the two first major universities in the country to make that announcement, and we did that following the science, understanding the data, and what would have to be done for us to have in-person education. And now we have 5 weeks left in the entire semester. Yes, we had some challenges at the beginning when we first brought students here. Yes, we continue to do the testing, the surveillance testing, and as we've seen high infectious rates, not just in Nebraska, but across the country, what I can tell you is they're not coming from our campus. They're not coming from our classrooms or our dormitories. The behavior that has occurred on our campus at the student level, at the faculty level, at the leadership level, I just could not be more pleased. They have taken this on. They've taken it seriously. We have to be careful of fatigue. Governor Pete Ricketts has been talking about that and how we have to, stay focused, wearing our masks, staying 6 feet apart, washing our hands, all the things that we've learned so that we take care of ourselves and our families. But for where we are right now in academics, 70% in person, about 30% remote at our flagship at University of Nebraska-Lincoln, I could not be more pleased with the progress we've made.
You announced your enrollment numbers over a month ago. How did Nebraska, the university, stack up in that, maybe compared to nationally? And talk about some of the things you did to ensure that you didn't lose students during this pandemic.
Yeah, as you may recall, because we've talked about this, we focused on Nebraskans first at the height of the pandemic, and that was, opening up the Nebraska Promise, freezing tuition for 2 years, reducing the cost for online per credit hour, as well as looking at our academic calendar to minimize travel. When you added all that up, Nebraskans responded. We were up well over 2% of Nebraskans enrolling in our programs. We saw a record number of transfer students even within state. And when you compare our overall 1%, a rather modest increase in overall enrollment across our entire university system, going from 51,000 students to today 52,000, you compare that to the national averages, it's remarkable. The national average says that across all 5,000 universities, enrollment's gone down over 4% nationally. And when you look at incoming freshmen, the Midwest colleges have been hit the hardest, down 15 to 16%, and yet we are opposite of those trends. And maybe even more significantly, where we were up in underrepresented minorities and first-generation students on all 4 of our major campuses, nationally, all of those cohorts were down, some double-digit percent reductions. So I could not be more proud of the leadership that's been displayed from our campuses, our admissions team, and really, quite honestly, all of our faculty and staff who have become lifetime admissions officers for this important part of our mission, and that's getting our students to our campus.
You touched on Nebraska Promise. What kind of impact have you seen since you introduced that program?
Yeah, the largest number of Pell Grant and new students that fit into this less than $60,000 adjusted gross income to apply. Over 7,000 plus students applied for this program. Again, it is a model for how to open doors and opportunities for those students who might not have thought college was an opportunity for them.
Well, wonderful information, and what a day to celebrate Husker football's return. And we return to Lincoln next week, President. We'll look forward to speaking to you then.
Very good, Greg. Congratulations. Good to have you back on the airwaves.
It's good to be here. President Carter with us here at halftime. We've got more coming up next.